On this video, we're going to be installing and reviewing the Samsung 980 Pro M2 2TB SSD. We're going to be putting this inside our Crosshair 2023 laptop. The hard drive has an impressive speed of 7,000 megabytes a second, so that's 7 gigabytes a second read speed with its interface PCIe 4.0. We're going to put the hard drive to some downloading and uploading tests so you can get an idea of what the actual performance of your SSD is and whether or not the write and read speeds as advertised are correct. Stay tuned for the whole video. What's good, everybody? So today I'm going to show you an installation for this MSI laptop of this hard drive. This is the 980 Pro PCIe version 4.0 NVMe M2 SSD. The read speed is insanely fast, 7,000 megabytes, so that's 7 gigs a second. The current hard drive that's in here is 500. Then we have an external one, SSD right on the back here. And then the other one, they're split. So you can see I'm running out of space already. So this is a 2 terabyte. Now, SSD hard drives, they're really good ones, can last you like 8 to 10 years. Let's show you how to install it on this Crosshair Intel Core i7 laptop. This is MSI. So let's just go through the 12th generation, i7 12700H, 2.7, 64 gigs of DDR3 RAM. That was not upgraded with the DDR4, and it's obviously a 64-bit operating system running Windows 11. And the great thing is it actually has a NVIDIA GeForce 3070 Ti laptop GPU in this, and it's built in. So let's go and open it up. Now to open it up, you want to obviously turn off the machine. All right, so in total there are 13 screws that you want to take off. Without getting into too advanced thing here, this is your cooling pipes. Your battery is under here. Under here, this is where your ROM slots are. So again, this is a 32 and there's another 32 underneath. So this is your hard drive, and then this is your other spot for your hard drive. All right, so here's our hard drive. Really not much to it. We just got to make sure that we connect the proper pins in. So this over here, you can see how the pins are lined up. We're going to take this, and then slide it into here like that. And that's essentially it. That's all you kind of need. But we do want to obviously attach this. So there's a screw over here. All right, so remove the screw, and then now we're going to place this down, and then we're going to put the screw back on, and this is what's going to hold the hard drive in place. All right, and that's it. So now this is in place along with this one. There's not much more so we can do. It's pretty much already configured. All right, so once your computer starts, you want to click start, type in disk, and go to create volume in the disk. All right, now we see if we see the one. There it is. So now we see Samsung SSD not initialized, healthy. So let's click initialize. Okay, now choose which partition style of the disk. So do you want a GUID or master boot record? So the master boot record, use a standard BIOS partition table. GUID partition, GPT disk are the unified extensible firmware interface. The advantage of GPT is that you can have more than 4 partitions on each disk. GPT is also required for disks larger than 2 terabytes. Now I'm going to go with the MBR because MBR is easier if you're adding Windows volumes on the hard drive. Let's go initialize. We can always change it at any time, by the way. So let's go to our disk management now. Create and format a hard drive. That's what we want. Okay, close this stuff up here. Okay, so now we should see. Still don't see it. Here it is, unallocated. So now we can go and create a new simple volume. Okay, this is your wizard. Okay, so this is where you can set up different sizes of hard drive. So I could always call this 1 terabyte, assign a drive letter to it, and I can add another terabyte or 900 megs in this case, and assign a different one. Because we just want one, we're gonna go with 1. The positives of having 2 is that when you can format 1 and clean up the space if you have a lot of crap, but we're really just going to be using this hard drive for moving and storing files, so we're just okay with this. Okay, now assign the letter. We're going to keep D mount in the following MT/NTFS folder. Nope. So we're just going to go D file system NTFS or exFAT. We're just going to keep it as NTFS, and new volume label. We're just going to call this 2 terabyte SAM, and next. All right, finish. See, now it added it in here, and now it opened it up. You can see that there it is, 2 terabyte. Now let's go and copy some files. We're at 200 gigs here. So let's see how long it takes 200 gigs to be moved from a 3,000 megabytes a second folder into a 7,000 back and forth. So let's go and move this to here, and we're just gonna paste it. And there it goes. So let's see how quickly it is going at 1.5 gigs a second, basically. We are moving about 20 gigs, and we're getting also 1.1, well, it's really 1 megabytes a second average. over here we are using a piece of software called Crystal Disk Mark version 8. You can download this on Google for free to get an idea of exactly how fast the read and writes are. These are the maximum read and writes. Now here we have different hard drives, so you can test your other hard drives as well. Ours is this is the SSD Pro. Now in your taskbar, your task manager, of course, type in task manager. This is where you go to performance tab. So by default, your processes, you go performance, you pick the hard drive, and usually you're gonna have 0, right? So to actually get this going and see what the live read and write speeds are, you have to go and run Crystal Disk Mark. Okay, so we're going to select our drive and we can go all, but we're going to go sequence 1M right here. And now this here, you can see that this is now updating. So you can see that right now it's doing a speed test and we're at 6.9 gigabytes a second. Of course, the maximum drive speed for Samsung SSD 980 Pro is 7 gigabytes a second. Now the results will vary when you're copying big files, right? That's not the benchmark of how fast it's reading and writing, right? This is how you actually find out the true speeds of your hard drive with the task manager and the piece of software here. So anyways, so that's how to test your hard drive speeds. I'm very happy with the Samsung SSD 980 Pro. Been using it for a couple of weeks now, no issues, and everything is Gucci. So thanks for watching, and I hope this has been helpful. And again, if you guys want to get this hard drive, I highly recommend it. And if you can afford the 4 terabyte version, you may also want to get that one. However, you don't want to have too much data on one hard drive, so I would definitely recommend just getting 2 terabytes at a time and back up your stuff accordingly every so often. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one.